Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Saturday Night is directed by Jason Reitman. Tensions run high as producer Lorne Michaels and a furious troupe of young comedians and writers prepare for the first broadcast of Saturday Night Live on October 11th, 1975. Is it just me, or did everyone else think that Saturday Night was an Elton John's movie when it was announced before reading into the synopsis and what it was really about? Because that's when I first heard of Saturday Night, I was like, oh, another Elton John movie. Huh. No, it's about Saturday Night Live, which I don't really watch that often. I watch a couple of their skits. One of my favorite skits of like recently was the Jake Gyllenhaal Scooby-Doo one. I thought that was hilarious and like dumb and funny. But never really paid attention too much about Saturday Night Live. But I was very intrigued by this movie because it's also directed by Jason Reitman, who's the son of the original Ghostbusters film. I can't remember his first name, but he did come back to direct Ghostbusters Afterlife. Unfortunately, not Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which was just terrible. I was really looking forward to what he was going to do with this film, which surrounds Saturday Night Live's first time ever going live on television, and it focuses around Lorne Michaels, who's played by Gabriel Labelle. I think that's how you say his name. He's practically like the main focus of the film. You do have like a little bit side characters in the film. I have like Dylan O'Brien as like one of the side characters, who was really funny. And that's the like the bright part of this film, is that it is actually really funny. There's a lot of jokes that I did laugh at in the film. Some didn't hit, but majority of the time you're practically laughing your ass off throughout this whole entire movie. But it was very entertaining to experience what it would have been like to be one of these young 20-year-old kids. I'm talking like I'm 40, I'm like 22. Point being, it was very entertaining to experience what it could have been at the time, to see these young people that had no names, had no attachments to anything, scrambling together, hopefully that their very first time broadcasting something goes very well. And I forget the channel that they are broadcasting it for, but hoping that they like what they are putting out practically, and they don't really even have any trust and faith in these group of people to even fulfill what they want to do. It was cool to see some of the certain different skits that they were putting together, and like some of the skits that they would have to change on the dot. So this movie has a lot of different pieces moving around, so it kind of feels like it's jumping all over the place at times. These side characters that have some form of subplot, and some of them just kind of just get left out and like forgotten, like, and some just get forced into the story out of nowhere a tiny bit. Like there's a subplot with this one guy and his wife, and an ex-host or some form, or a current, still like, you know, somewhat current host, but he's kind of like outdated. He's like, you know, going out the window type of deal. And there's some jealousy going on right there that was just kind of like out of nowhere. It's like, where did this kind of come from? Because there's so many different characters, some subplots just feel abrupt or comes out of nowhere. But I think they told the narrative very well, even though the movie did feel messy at times, that they could have probably taken some bits out. The biggest negative, honestly, of this movie is like the soundtrack. It's mostly like this ticking clock throughout the whole entire time, which is creative because, you know, they're on a time limit, and like, you know, every once in a while like the time will pop up like of how much time they have left before they go live, while they're scrounging around, while they're trying to find like an actor or trying to find like, you know, a script or whatever. But after hearing like, you know, this ticking after a while, kind of made the movie feel a little bit dull. It didn't really drastically hurt the movie, but I wouldn't mind like some form of, you know, mixture of in the soundtrack. Overall, I really liked the movie. It felt very immersive, like from the directing, from the acting, even the set pieces. Every once in a while, you do leave this like set building that where they're filming the Saturday Night Live broadcast. You do sometimes go outside, and like you see all these like beautiful colors from 1970. You do a very good job keeping you immersed in this time period. I'm gonna give Saturday Night a B+. Guys, go check it out when it comes out on October 11th. I just got to see it a little bit early. I had to go like drive like 30 to 40 minutes to go see this. That might be out early in some other locations too. But from my understanding worldwide is October 11th is when it will fully come out. So go check it out. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.